Hey guys, Nick here for a couple's minute. Today I wanted to just talk briefly about criticism. In most of our relationships, we have this thing called constructive criticism. So, like, I have buddies, that I've given permission to speak into my life and point things out to me when they notice that I'm acting a fool, right? And that's good. That's healthy. It's good to have those kind of peer relationships. But one thing that I truly believe when working with couples in couples therapy is that there's really no such thing as constructive criticism in an intimate relationship. That might sound kind of radical, but really it's true. Think about it. Think about your relationship with your partner. When they point something out to you that's critical about your character or about something that you're doing, how does that make you feel? It might push you into some conflict, right? So, something that I use kind of as a guiding principle when working with couples on criticism comes from research done by doctors John and Julie Gottman, who I think are just awesome. They've provided me with some of the most valuable training that I've received that I use every day working with my couples. And so their research showed that happy couples, right, when they're engaged in conflict with each other, for every one critical statement that they make 5 positive statements. And that's while they're having a conflict conversation. Outside of conflict, that ratio jumps up to 20 to 1. So for every one critical statement that these happily married couples make, they're making 20 positive statements about their partner. So think about that for a minute. That really gives you some insight into how powerful criticism is in an intimate relationship, right? So we really want to be trying to avoid that at all costs, like it's the plague, right? So something that I teach my couples to do is, typically when we use criticism, it's because we're trying to get a need met in our relationship. And so that need not being met, we want to assign blame. And the easiest place to assign blame for that is our partner. However, when you try to get your need met in that way, you're very unlikely to get it met. What's probably going to happen is you're going to make your partner feel defensive. You're going to back him into a corner, and you guys are going to start fighting, right? So instead of blaming your partner for not meeting that need for you, a better approach, and something that my couples have found to be very effective, is to state a positive need. So instead of saying, you're not giving me enough physical attention, your partner's going to hear that as criticism. They might say, you know what, I give you a kiss every night before bed, that's plenty of physical attention. And they might come up with a bunch of reasons, and you guys will spiral out of control, and nobody's going to leave that conversation with a smile on their face. So instead of accusing your partner of not meeting your need, you can say something like, gosh, I really wish we had more physical intimacy in our relationship. It would just be really great for me if every time we parted ways for the day, if we just kissed each other for a couple seconds and held each other. And then every time when we come home at the end of the day, we come back together, let's do the same thing. Physical intimacy isn't always about sexual intimacy. Holding hands, hugging, kissing, these are things that couples really need to make a priority in their relationship. So if you notice the two different approaches there, right? We default to criticizing our partner for not meeting our needs, backs them into a corner. But if we can instead just say what we need, hopefully our partners really love us. And if we have a need and we state that in a way that isn't accusatory or critical of our partner, hopefully they're gonna want to like jump in and meet that need, right? Like that's why we partner up, because two is better than one. We can accomplish more together than we can by ourselves. So I hope that helped. Thanks guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.